What's going on, guys? This is the next day, another next day. So this thing turned into just kind of a hack job project. Wasn't too happy. I thought I'd spent some time. I spent some time fitting, making tenons that were 1.5 inches and drilling 1.5 inches, and then when I went to drill them, they seemed really loose, so I don't know. And then also, it was hard figuring out where I wanted these, and it's kind of crazy looking right now, but I'm gonna level these. I'm gonna trim these feet, straighten this out, level it, and then instead of originally I was gonna fit pieces in here, but then it just turned into such a hack job thing that I'm just gonna apply sticking basically on the front, and maybe I'll cut those in a little bit, but then I'm gonna screw those. I'm just gonna screw that on, and so they'll just be applied, and that will take some of the strain off of here. So really, like, I kind of salvaged it because these are still in there pretty far, like 2 inches, and I put a ton of epoxy in there. I basically filled the hole. I filled the holes real good, put it all over the tenon, and I even dripped it in the sides, so it's really pretty, like, it's bending the wood now, so it's pretty solid connection, really. And like I said, if you put these supports on here, then it's gonna create more structure, and then taking some of the strain off of this, so it's like, it should be fine, really. And then so I'm gonna trim these feet. I'm gonna trim this thing so it sits level and flat, which is gonna also bring the height down. I just left these long, and then so I'm gonna trim these, fit these things, and then I'm gonna clean up the bark, and I'm gonna add some shaping to this. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm even gonna plane off or chisel or shape underneath here a little bit too. So it's kind of heavy. It's a heavy, stout thing. So I think it still turned out pretty good, but like even these legs were kind of crazy looking. So but anyway, it's good. I learned a few things on this, and I'm gonna take those to the next one. And the next project, I think I might just make the legs out of stock. That way I can manipulate or make them the way I want, and also with a nice solid joinery, because like I said, these were just terrible fitting joints, so I wasn't real happy with that. But hopefully it'll look better once it sits flat. Like, I don't know what the heck, this thing is like pointing the wrong way entirely. It's crazy, but that's okay. I'm gonna learn from it and move on. And like I said, once I add these, it'll probably look a little better. Plus this kind of acts like a footrest, so like I'll put a bigger one on the front, and so this is like where you put your feet, and then I'll put the other ones around. And then I also thought about maybe even putting some sticks up here, so basically reinforcing this structure. And then this is still gonna hold this and stay. One other thing is, when I was trying to manipulate these feet, I kind of wanted it to stay within this plane and not, I don't want it to protrude out. I don't like the furniture when it creates like a trip hazard if it's outside this area. Now some of them are. It's good just to start. Just grab some wood and start doing something, because I was struggling with projects and what to do. So, and another thing is this. Like I said, these joints were just terrible, and I wasn't happy with them. But on my recent knife project, I don't have it now, but I had a piece of metal glued into the handle with epoxy, and then I went and cut it apart, and it was in there, stuck in there super. I mean, it really bonded to the wood, and it was in there super strong. So, I mean, the epoxy is very strong. So, but yeah, the direction of these and everything was. It's just crazy. Next time I'd have more. I'll pick better, straighter pieces that it can make just a straight tenon instead of having like these knot areas, like this. These areas, I didn't have much tenon, and it was harder to manipulate. So I don't know. It's just a crazy stool, but I think it'll still turn out okay. And we're gonna keep going on it. There it is, sitting pretty, kinda crazy looking maybe, but it is what it is, you know. Okay, so I can fine tune this, but it's real close now, and it is also close to being level, slightly out. I can definitely fine tune this, you know, it's real close. So, anyway, so it probably looks better now that it's cut. This back leg is a little weird, but it should be good, and it's gonna be, should be pretty stable. So now, like I said, what I decided to do, this is the front, and I thought about taking that bark off, but the more I kind of like it a little bit, and you don't want it to be rough here. Maybe just if I just leave it and sand over it, maybe might be cool. So what I'm gonna do is take, I'm gonna set it on the ground and figure out where a good foot spot is for here, because and then I'm going to put maybe thicker ones front and back, and then, like I said, side ones, and these will get screwed on, and I might notch them in a little. So this will go with the coffee table.